Hello Aquarius, what is up? Welcome to FlavoredVivid. For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career, pull a spread on your love life, and I close it out with spirit guide messages. So, Aquarius, your messages. It's time to take action. Literally, that is the card that I got for you guys. New Moon in Aries. You have Aries in your chart. You do not have to. But Aries is all about that action. Right now, Aries is currently in the sign of Virgo. Okay, so when Aries is in Virgo, seriously, I'm so sorry. I mean, Mars is currently in Virgo here, and Aries is ruled by Mars. And so when Mars is in Virgo, it can make us like overthink, kind of. And that's what I'm getting for you guys. There's a bit of like overthinking your next step or what to do next. And Spirit's like, hey, eliminate this self-doubt here. My question to you, well, first let me read you guys what I wrote here. It's really, really short. It's just little, but I have it for you. Aquarius, it's time to take action. You're about to be celebrating major wins, but first you need to check these self-imposed limitations and ask who planted these seeds you let weed up your mind, okay? Pull the roots, rewrite the narrative. Your breakthrough isn't waiting, it's begging you to believe that you are ready. Okay, so right now here, there are energies, people, situations, right? And this could have happened like over time since you were a child. It doesn't matter when it happened, but a seed was planted. Like, you know, growing up, let's say, you were always made fun of for being ugly. Like, you know, and so you might have this weird insecurity of like, oh, I'm ugly, I'm unattractive throughout life. But did you plant that seed in your brain, or did somebody else plant that seed in your brain? And that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting that whatever self-imposed limitation that you're currently experiencing is something that somebody else planted within you here. Okay, it has turned into a self-imposed limitation. But the reason I'm saying this is because you guys also have in your favor, your haters are bringing you business. It's free advertisement. So, and then you also have stand up for yourself here in the right behind that. What's behind that? Okay. So it's like this energy here of somebody planted a seed because they're zealous, okay? They're jealous here. They're envious of you in some sort of way. There's something that you're doing. You have so much coming to fruition right now. You're going to create some sort of financial freedom for yourself. You have an idea, but you have to plant the seed and you have to let it grow and take root here. Some of you guys need to work on your personal branding, okay? Build your own personal brand, find your unique value, showcase your skills online, network strategically to enhance your professional image. So this would be a great time for networking. Collaborations would be a great thing here. Let's say you are a makeup artist, for example. Like you want to be signing up for events. You want to be going and, you know, doing wedding makeup and quinceañera makeup and, you know, prom makeup and stuff like that. You want word of mouth marketing. You want to be online. You want to be sharing your work in creative ways. Like find creative ways to market yourself right now, whatever you're doing, okay? Even if it's just a side business. I am picking up on somebody with like a family business or something. You have a family, so you're looking to create some sort of stability for your family. But anyways, you also have celebrate your hard work, okay? Like it's coming in, it's already here. You're already taking action. There's a brand new beginning, a brand new breakthrough, okay? It's this energy here of like, again, following your passion into this brand new beginning for you here. Now, in regards to your love life, though, that's the only like real hiccup I would say in this reading. I don't know exactly what's going to come out in, you know, as I shuffle live, but you do have a snake and you have move on, okay? So it says somebody is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over, and then the snake card says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder. So some of you guys were dealing with a snake and Spirit's asking you, just move on. Just leave this situation behind, okay? And as I would say, knees to chest, bitch, run. Run and get the fuck out of there. There's no reason to stay in a situation that's just not serving you. I know that sometimes it can be heartbreaking. We really care about these individuals. But I also care about you more, and I think that you need to prioritize yourself. So whoever that resonates for, actually, let's clarify a little bit. You guys could have been dealing with an Aries, a baby mama, baby daddy. You could have Aries in your chart. Okay, take it as it resonates here. We did get the Emperor card. Tell me about this. Move on in the snake. Thank you. We got Ace of Swords. You already know the truth of the situation. You could recently found out some sort of truth. Okay, some truth came out. The Fool card, possibly about either another Aquarius or an Aries again. Five of Pentacles. And this truth was revealed to you so that you would move on. The Hierophant in the reverse. You could have been dealing with a Taurus. But it's the end of a relationship here. So something was revealed to get you to move on. They wanted you to leave this behind and kind of ghost this situation. I'm hearing ghosting. So you might ghost somebody, okay? That's for whoever that is for here. But it's divine redirection, all right? Let's go ahead and see what we have here, though. Messages, please, for Aquarius. Messages, please, for Aquarius. Thank you. Communication is key. And then you also have your hard work is paying off, okay? Communicating your boundaries, communicating your wants, your needs, your desires. All of that is, really meant to be spoken up right now. Your hard work is paying off. Spirit's just letting you know, kind of like empowering you and letting you know that not all of this is in vain. I feel like there's smoother waters that are coming up. I am seeing like the Six of Swords. You could have recently gotten out of a chaotic situation, whether it was like this internal chaos with you where you're just overthinking things. You could have been in arguments or minor fights with people. Just a lot of ego and competition, weird energy, okay? But you're moving on from that, so that is good. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we have. Messages, please, for Aquarius. Thank you. Toxic work environment. Messages for Aquarius. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing this here. These hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't. Okay, so I feel like, because I started hearing it when I pulled toxic work environment. So you have people around you that just aren't loyal. Like they're out for themselves. You could be working a competitive field, whatever that looks like. Messages, please. Ooh, child custody case going in your favor. Okay, and then we have trauma bond as the overall. Oh boy. What are you guys dealing with? All right, time about toxic work environment, please, for Aquarius. What is this? King of Cups and the King of Swords. Okay, you can trust yourself here. I think that you have very strong boundaries. You're just trying to speak up for yourself. I see you trying to advocate for yourself in a situation. Five of Wands in the reverse. Honestly, you're kind of trying to just ignore this. I feel like this has been going on for a long time and you're just over it. Like you're bored with it. It seems like overplayed, like outplayed. Three of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're focused on healing. So whatever this is, you spoke your mind, you set yourself free, and you're like, that's it. Peace. A-Town. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. I feel like you like danced your way out of there. Like you genuinely, you don't care as much as these people did, whoever you were dealing with, your coworkers and stuff like that. You told your truth and that's what mattered to you. You're just like, I don't really care whose feathers it ruffles, okay? You could like ruffles. Sometimes I'm like, Carissa, your face should not be on camera because it be saying the words that you're not. I don't like ruffles. I think that they stink. I think talkies stink too, though. So who am I? All right. Be bold, be strong, take the leap. Yep, you guys are in your head here, the Tower card. You're afraid of this change. You're about to make a huge change that's literally going to transform your life. But there's this fear behind it. And, but this is an opportunity for something better to create, some legacy or money for you. So let's say that this is like you leaving behind a toxic work environment, right? You saying your peace out. You are moving into something, you have a better opportunity and it's going to be making you more money. It's going to bring you more stability here. Whatever you are leaving behind, whatever you are doing, you need to be strong, be bold and take the leap. Don't be afraid here. There is some sort of opportunity. Okay, it is. I feel like it's career for some reason. So it's like it's something that you're going to be passionate about, something that you're going to feel like it's going to be an adventure for you. I don't know why I'm hearing wilderness guide also. So maybe you're a wilderness guide. I don't really know what that alludes to. but some of you guys are taking the leap to buy like a forever home also. You could be moving. Some of you guys are going to build your own home or like build yourselves a cabin. All right. Tell me about child custody favor going in your case. I mean, in your favor. Child custody case going in your favor. Oh man, I really mixed up all those words, huh? My bad, guys. The death card here. Okay, you can be dealing with a Scorpio right off the bat. You have Scorpio in your chart, take it as it resonates. 8 of Cups here and the 6 of Pentacles. I'm not going to lie here, I do see 50-50 custody. So if that's what you're going for, that's what I see being given in this situation. So I don't know if that's in your favor. I don't know if like somebody was trying to take away your kids from you 100% of the time, or they're going for full custody or something like that. But I do see 50-50 here, okay? If you're waiting on some sort of child support, again, I do see payout of child support as well coming in. You could have been dealing with a fixed sign, a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or another Aquarius like yourself, okay? But I do feel like that's yours. Yeah, Pisces possibly for some of you guys. But that's what you wanted, so I feel like it feels good. It feels fair. It seems like equal responsibility. I'm gonna be honest. There's something here with the Death card. I'm getting more so like the end of one person pulling all the work, okay? Doing everything or paying for everything. It seems more equal. You know, you guys are both paying into like medical, and you guys are both paying for sports. You're both paying for whatever it is. Tell me about trauma bond. The Sun card in the reverse. Okay. Do you guys understand what a trauma bond is? And I say that in not a like patronizing way. I'm genuinely asking. I feel like a lot of people don't understand what a trauma bond is. A trauma bond is like if I were to, what's a good example? Okay. Honestly, it just would be like if you were like, yeah, nobody ever likes me, nobody ever dates me, right? I choose to be single because every single person that I've ever dated has been a narcissist. And then you meet somebody at a party and you just blatantly regurgitate that to some stranger at a party, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, bro. And then they walk away from you and you don't feel validated because they didn't validate your weird trauma dump, right? But then you walk up to another person and you say it again. You're like, nobody likes me here because all my exes used to be narcissists, so I just don't date anybody. And then that person's like, oh my God, bro, same, me too. That person that just validated you, trauma bond. You guys are bonding over having the same trauma because the person who you originally told it to didn't want to deal with that trauma dump, right? They weren't trying to bond over negative circumstances. So I feel like somebody here is unaware of bonding over negative circumstances. You know what this is like? Okay, I watch a lot of reality TV. I just watched I Kissed a Girl, but that's not the show that I'm going to bring up. I'm not going to bring up Love is Blind either, although I could. I'm actually going to bring up The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Okay, in that show, there was a scene at a Halloween party, and one of the girls' boyfriends or whatever, they were like fighting or arguing. I don't really know their story like that, but he went up to another guy at the party and was being so validated by this other douchebag. And you know what? They both were douchebags, okay? That's it. They're just both fucking idiots. And they were validating each other. That's a trauma bond. That is the perfect example of a trauma bond. So you could watch that show. It was like the Halloween party scene or whatever. They were trauma bonding, okay? They were validating each other instead of like listening to other people because those other people weren't telling them what they wanted to hear. So be careful of trauma bonding with people. Trauma bonding is not what a lot of people think, like, oh my gosh, me and you both were beaten by our dads, you know what I mean? No, sometimes there's just coincidence in life. Trauma bonding is like, this is how you meet people, and this is your first interaction with them, and then you trauma dump, and then they validate your trauma. That's trauma bonding. I hope I'm giving a good example of this. Yeah, 4 swords in the reverse. Somebody's doing this out of anxiety here and loneliness. And they want to play victim. So somebody in this situation is trying to trauma bond here. There's a lot of people that do that, okay? It's a red flag. It's a red flag. I had to learn this the hard way, that it's a red flag from a lot of people. So, yeah. I had a lot of people that would just come up to me and just say weird stuff, and then I realized that they're causing problems because we moved on from them. Anyways, let's move past that. That just seems like not the energy for my channel. I feel like that's for other types of people. All right, messages please for career and finances. All right, passage, cutting ties, and offerings. Yeah, I definitely see you getting a brand new job, Aquarius. This is you moving to a new job, a new location, etc. There's a new position that's being offered here, but think about it and research it before you accept it, because it might not be the right job for you. We have fertility showing up here as well in high grossing month. All right, some of you guys might be using fertility drugs to get pregnant. I see somebody spending a pretty penny. You be getting like a surrogate, or you're using fertility drugs or something like that. Again, congratulations, though, that is amazing. Spirit is asking somebody out here to not sacrifice your children for your career. Literally. Don't sacrifice family for career. Money is great, but when there's no balance here, you start neglecting things. So just be mindful and try to create balanced opportunities for yourself and your family. Some of you guys need to do some inner work here, all right? Get insight into what best serves your needs. So with spiritual work, it literally is saying do some inner work, all right? And the inner work, I feel like, is just some self-discipline, because you've been in your head and you're not, acting on what you want here. I definitely see some of you guys are going to be discovering a lot about yourself over this next 6 weeks. I don't know why it's 6 weeks exactly, but it is. It's like as you cut ties to belief systems, programming, etc. Yeah, the Tower card here, as you rebuild. As you rebuild. You could definitely have Scorpio or Aries in your chart. 5 of Swords. This is where the shadow work is needing to be done, that inner work. It's like, how are our egos kind of getting in the way? Like, what are we telling ourselves? What stories are we aligning to? And we have 5 of Cups in the reverse. Pulling ourselves out of a slump, and I definitely see you doing that, okay? Aquarius, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I've had a freaking great day today. I've been in such a good mood here. But if I'm being real with you, keep in mind, I channel energy, and that's something that so many people don't realize when they're leaving comments down below, is they don't realize, like, oh, Carissa's not in a good mood, Carissa's not this or whatever, and it's like, dude, you're not reading me. You're reading me reading you. I'm in your energy, right? I feel really fucking annoyed. As soon as I hit this energy here, I feel really annoyed. So I don't know what you guys are so annoyed by. I don't know if you're just frustrated. Like, it could be frustration, right? 8 of Pentacles, the Star card. Yeah, you're disappointed in something. Something's not working out the way that you want it to. Genuinely, it's just not. But it's because you're approaching it with ego. It's because you're approaching it with like a negative mindset here. Tell me about high grossing month and fertility though for the other message, please. The Devil card. Yeah, some of you guys are spending a pretty penny. Genuinely. You could have Capricorn in your chart. 6 of Wands. If you are spending money on like fertility drugs or a surrogate, or you could be a surrogate or something like that. Maybe you're donating Maybe you're donating eggs or sperm or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like you're making the money, or this is going to be very successful, like however which way it goes, okay? 10 of Pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like you're spending it on something, but congratulations in advance. Make sure that you're spending the time or taking the time off for your family when this baby comes, okay, or to prepare for the situation. Yeah, Spirit's just asking somebody here to slow down a little bit, okay? Knight of Wands in the reverse. Don't travel as much. If you are currently pregnant and you did this already, I would definitely talk with your doctor about a possible like travel warning, or see what they recommend about you traveling while being pregnant. I don't know why I'm channeling all of this here, but be careful, okay? The Lover's card, yeah. Just communicate very well right now, okay, about any symptoms or signs, things like that. Pay attention to your body and the way that your body is communicating with you. Okay, interesting messages here. Anyways, you are on the way to success. Some of you guys, your success is not opening up the way that you want it to though, so there's some frustration. All right, but again, it is going to be successful. It is going to be a good month. It's just you're kind of having this like breakthrough. You're overcoming some sort of obstacle here, and it has to do with workplace relationships. Again, it says foster positive relationships at work, be respectful, collaborate effectively, and support your colleagues to create a harmonious work environment. So if you don't have that environment to work in right now, then that's definitely another sign that you need to go in a new direction, okay? Some of you guys are unemployed and you're making money off of like surrogacy. Not that that's not you working. I definitely feel like that's a full-time job, but surrogacy or donations, something of that sort as well, okay? Let's get into love life. Messages for Aquarius in regards to love life. I said what I said. You got move on, and then you got gambling. Somebody here has problems with their finances. Okay, this person spends way too much money. They take way too many risks. You need to move on from this situation. And we have the Mirror card, okay, and the Clock card. Okay. Mirroring, I have a video, I haven't posted it yet. I've got a bunch of videos and drafts that I filmed earlier today on TikTok actually though. So it'll be posted, I don't know, whenever I decide to post it. But there's this, okay. Mirroring is not what a lot of people think it is. Mirroring isn't like, well, this is, you know, your manifestation. Well, check yourself, da-da-da. Mirroring is like your internal reality, your perspective, your views, and how you navigate the world externally, okay? It's a concept. And so you have this mirror card here where it's like, what belief systems are you currently adhering to? Because I feel like you're definitely having that reality mirrored to you. And again, mirroring does not have to do, I didn't say this already because I don't want to share that video that I'm already going to share, right? But mirroring is not has nothing to do with trauma or like actual bad things that people did to you. So I hate when people like, you manifested that, like, oh yeah, so a child that had their innocence taken away, you know what I mean? That was manifested, they manifested that. That's not for me. It is, but I'm not gonna answer it. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. So what was I saying? I got distracted by the doorbell here. Oh yeah, so a lot of people will try to like weaponize people's traumas. Girls, no! A lot of people will try to like weaponize other people's trauma and experiences, you know, and that's not mirroring. That is not, you know, they will try to blame you and be like, well, I was only like this because you were like that. That's not mirroring. Again, mirroring is a projection of belief systems and how we navigate those belief systems, okay? So anyways, I see you marrying another person, and there's a need to reflect on certain wounding patterns of your own, okay? It says reflect on wounds. So because it's a projection, it's important to reflect on your own wounding patterns and the belief system, your perception of reality, and how you're navigating that reality at this point in time. Okay, so tell me about, move on. Seven of Cups in reverse. Good, you are. You're not thinking about something anymore. You're not giving it your attention, your time, your energy anymore. Yeah, King of Wands in the reverse. You're not taking action towards somebody that is just, they're not good with their money or anything like that. They're just not a good leadership at all. Okay, tell me about clock card. The Hermit. Okay, I see Virgo energy here, obviously, but there's a need for some sort of introspection right now. I feel like you're in your healing era when it comes to your love life and matters of your heart. Like there's a need to spend time by yourself and kind of recalibrate what independence looks like for you, what belief systems you actually align with versus ones that were planted in your head. Versus things that just aren't meant for you here. There was a lot of karmic energies or negative energies, okay? Trying to build your yoga business. Brittany, you've got this here. Honestly, every single time that I've given up on love, it's been good. Like, I don't even know, it just comes in. Here's the deal though, a lot of people always ask me about that. I know you didn't, but I'm just saying, I literally have a 7th house stellium. This lifetime, do you know how many relationships that I'm meant to have and people I'm meant to learn from, romantically, platonically, etc. More than like half of them have traumatized me, but that's because I was traumatized while being in these relationships. So, you know, just taking accountability there. All right, you know, like I can recognize that that was just the frequency I was on, and yeah. So, anyways, I feel like somebody needs to learn how to be alone, if I'm being real with somebody right here, okay? Somebody's just they're not balanced within, and it's like you need to spend a period of time alone in your own energy. 4 of Pentacles here, kind of just holding back from focusing on external love, and yeah, take all the energy away. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. External love and replenishing your own cup, replenishing yourself. Okay, focusing on your career, your finances with the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups here. Feeling re-inspired by life again, you know. Definitely, you know, going through your transformation here, getting away from like negativity and really charting how you want your world, your reality to kind of look like. So whoever this is for today, I do see you spending some time single, and I see you recalibrating. I see you fucking saging your yoni, literally doing a yoni steam, yes. Or I don't know, a gonad steam. Gonads? What do you guys call them? Your snake charmer? That's even worse. I don't know, man. It's been a long time. But here's, it's just, steam your shit, okay? Steam your stuff here. Cleanse yourself out. Cleanse your system out. Don't worry about love. Somebody here needs to spend time single. Genuinely, yes, cycles. You've been caught in a cycle. There's a lot of signs right now that are going to be meeting karmic energies during this time, and they think that it's going to be the love of their life. So if the universe just like counts you out of this one, is it, you know, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think that's a good thing, because I think everyone deserves a break after dealing with, you know, whatever fuckery they just came from, right? So that's my way of looking at it. Let's go ahead and close this out here. Messages, please. Thank you. Trust your intuition. You are aligned with source energy. We have fertile energy. Start that project. You will receive clarity soon. Oh, if that truth didn't come out, it will. I feel like it already did though. External energies are impacting you. Take a salt bath, cleanse your aura. You give so selflessly. It's your turn to receive. Top of the deck, listen to high vibrational music. And center of the deck here, you are on the correct path. It is in the reverse though. I feel like correct path, but like the overthinking needs to kind of, you know, be eliminated a bit here. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys. I really thought this was going to be more positive. I'm sorry. This must be a little bit of a frustrating week for you guys, and that's okay. Next week will be better. And it is the new moon in Cancer, so emotions can be big, you know, it's totally normal. But I still love you guys, and I'm proud of you guys for healing. Know that you're going to be celebrating soon. You have big wins coming in, especially financially, okay? So even if you're this like in between of healing, in between relationships, or you're in between of finding like your dream job, you're about to find it. So continue doing that inner work, continue being the best version of yourselves. You got this. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.